Welcome to Learn and Grow with Jenny. LearnWithJenny.com is my website. Here we are diving deep into strategies, stories, and success tips for your home businesses like you. I want you to succeed. I want me to succeed. Oh, there's so much out there that we need to teach our people. So whatever you're doing, come here for smart advice. And today, especially, was about content. So, excuse me. Are you trying to build your network, but finding people slipping away? So sometimes when you're networking and you're doing one of these 5 things, you actually chase people away. So, networking is essential. And believe me, oh, my throat. One sec. So there are certain behaviors and tactics that do more harm than good and chase people away. You know, what you chase after runs away. So there's an energy to that, right? So I'll just go briefly through these 5 tactics. And one is the instant pitch. Jumping straight into a sales pitch the moment you meet someone. Yeah, I totally don't respond. I run away, or here's something you can learn. Flip the script. Totally flip it. Talk about something the opposite or something totally different. It kind of, if you get them out of their script, then you actually get to talk to the person instead of the sales pitch and get to know them a little bit. And then you can find out, well, gee whiz, can we work together? Or I let the conversation flow naturally and disrupt the pattern of their script if they are the person that are pitching you right away. If you're the person pitching people right away, get out of that. You just need to talk to people. You don't know what they know. You don't know what they need until you talk to them. So number 2 is collecting contacts, but not connections. So a lot of times in the business, we say that it's a numbers game, which it is in a way. I mean, you need to meet like 100 people before you can get 10 sales, for example. But if you just treat the people like numbers and not like people, that's a problem. So don't just stack up contacts just to have the contact. Treat people like people. My mentor always says that the money you want is in the pockets of the people. Make relationships with people. The most successful people on this planet have connections with other people. And they're quality connections, right? Not just numbers of people. Number 3 is talking too much about yourself. So, well, think about it. If you're out networking with people and this person is just all they talk about is themselves and what they've done and what they've accomplished, and they have no interest whatsoever in you, it's kind of a turnoff, isn't it? People are people, and people do love to talk about themselves. So you do the opposite. You get them to talk about themselves, right? They will think it's the best conversation ever. So ask questions. Show genuine curiosity. Don't be fake. Don't just ask questions to ask questions. I remember when I first started, I learned the form methods, which is great. And it's great to start with. The form method is, ask them about their family, ask them about occupation, ask them about what they do for recreation, ask them what they want out of life, which I believe the M is mission, right? So I could be wrong about that. Motivation, the why, maybe. I can't remember now because I don't even go by it anymore, but it's a good place to start. When you're first starting, you don't know what to say and don't know what to ask, right? But be genuine. Be genuinely interested. Don't just look. Okay, so here's a mistake that I've made over and over again. Okay, so we would go to people's Facebook profiles, right? And look at them. And I would literally be trying so hard to find something to talk to them about instead of being genuine and noticing something and oh, you're from the UP of Michigan too? Oh my gosh, blah, blah, blah. I love Lake Superior. That's for real, because I really do love Lake Superior, and it really did catch my eye, if that makes sense. Drop the agenda, in other words. Number 4 is lack of personalization, which, impersonal messages and introductions, if they feel like copy and paste templates, which I've used. And you know what? I know they're helpful, especially in the beginning when you're first getting started. I've used them a lot. And I've been called out on it too. How's this copy and paste tactic working for you? And I'm like, actually, it's working pretty good, which is true, because it was what I had. It's the tools you have. So use the tools you have. And if you have to copy and paste at first, do it. But as you grow, learn how to personalize it a little bit. Mention some specific things about them that something that interests you authentically, or their recent work. It just shows that you're paying attention to who they are as an individual. And then the last one is following up too aggressively. One of my favorite gurus has a crazy follow-up. Literally follow up till they die. So some people do believe in that there isn't too much follow-up, but hounding them can be overwhelming. So, and his tactic, actually, he backs off slowly so that it becomes once a month, maybe check in, that kind of thing. I don't even remember the whole scenario, but he's very cool. If you want to learn cold market tactics, that he's the guy to learn it from. But follow up politely. Give the other person some space, right? Be patient. Be patient. Good relationships take time to grow. That concludes 5 harmful networking tactics, which are instant pitch, collecting contacts, in other words, just collecting numbers, talking too much about yourself, and lacking personalization and aggressive follow-up. I hope you learned something. There are some things in here that I can learn from. So make it a great day. I'll see you next time.